What's going on, guys? The UK has a new Prime Minister, and I know nothing about him. To alleviate that, I'm going to watch a video courtesy of the channel Mojo Stories. So let's check it out.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel and don't forget to press the bell icon to get all the latest updates.
British Indian politician Rishi Sunak is leading the race to become the next Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. And it is this success story of an immigrant that flagged off his leadership campaign.
So I heard this is the first non-white Prime Minister ever in the United Kingdom.
Let me tell you a story about a young woman almost a lifetime ago who boarded a plane armed with hope for a better life and the love of her family. This young woman came to Britain, where she managed to find a job. But it took her nearly a year to save enough money for her husband and children to follow her. One of those children was my mother, aged 15. My mum studied hard and got the qualifications to become a pharmacist. She met my dad, an NHS GP, and they settled in Southampton. Their story didn't end there, but that is where my story began. Family is everything to me, and my family gave me opportunities they could only dream of.
You do talk a lot about our story, the story of the British Indian. So my question to you, Mr. Sunak, is, would we, sooner rather than later, see a British Indian become the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom? And will this be you?
That day is yesterday, I believe.
For your last question, my story is the story of so many others like me in this country. It's the story of our shared community and values. My story was only possible because lots of people came before me, right? And whether it was my parents or lots of others or grandparents and lots of others who broke down the barriers and endured things that I didn't have to endure and paved the way for my generation to be able to go and do these things. We need to make sure that that's not the end of the British Indian story, right? There's lots more we can achieve, there's lots more we can do, and that's why I'm really excited about the future.
At a diaspora event, Sunak promised to do more for India-UK relations.
I will work hard to make you proud, because I know I have a responsibility to represent not just my family's hopes and dreams, but the hopes and dreams of so much of our diaspora. So I want to take this opportunity to thank my parents, but also the countless others whose struggle broke down the door for my generation to walk through. Thank you.
His grandmother immigrated to the United Kingdom and opened up a pharmacy, I believe, and then had his mother.
Those values don't just define our past, they point the way to our future. Because ultimately, however strong our shared history, those of us who care about the relationship between the country of our origin and the nation we call home must avoid falling into the trap of nostalgia.
So what's the deal with the past of India and the UK? And what was his job before becoming the Prime Minister? I know it said it, but I don't know really what that entails.
India isn't looking to the past, and nor can we. We need to move forward. Because the UK does not have a natural right to sit at the table with one of the world's largest, fastest growing, and most dynamic economies. We must earn it.
As in any Indian immigrant family, Rishi Sunak says that education too was a priority in his home. He studied in a private school and then went on to University of Oxford before moving to United States to study at Stanford University, where he met Akshata Murthy, the daughter of Infosys founder Narayan Murthy and author Sudha Murthy. The two got married in Bangalore in 2009. Akshata Murthy's net worth is about £500 million, and these
Dang! So the dude is not poor. Wow. 500 million pounds. I'm not sure what that is equal to dollars, but he's rich. God.
Recently, her non-dom status created a massive controversy in the United Kingdom. Non-dom means that Akshata was legally able to avoid paying taxes on her overseas income in Britain. But this did not go well with British taxpayers, who were quite angry, especially with the rising cost of living here in England. And Rishi Sunak's reputation also took a massive dent. Akshata Murthy came out after that and said that she will now begin to pay taxes on her overseas income.
Wait a minute. So is that his wife? His wife got away with not paying any taxes. As much money as they were making, she didn't pay any taxes to the UK, and now she says she would now pay taxes. Man, all right.
And said that she will now begin to pay taxes on her overseas income. And even though Rishi Sunak tries to distance himself from his wife's dealing, he has been repeatedly and constantly being forced to face a barrage of questions from the press and criticism from the public.
How in the world can you distance yourself from your wife's dealings? Oh wow, yeah, you gotta own up to that, buddy.
Now in the race to become the next Tory leader, support for Sunak is on a rise.
We need a leader who can win. And the reality is, the polling shows only Rishi can beat Labour. Only Rishi can win with the support of Leave voters and Remain voters. Only Rishi can win in the north and in the south, in the blue wall and the red wall. He's got the economic leadership.
Dang it. What's the blue wall and the red wall? It sounds like Democrats and Republicans, but I believe I heard on the football chants they were talking crap about somebody on the blue or something. You guys let me know what he's talking about there.
He's got the values to bring us all together, and he's the only one that can win.
I'm voting for Rishi Sunak to be the next Prime Minister. I know all of the candidates, excellent candidates, and I think that Rishi Sunak is the best placed of all of them to take this country through difficult times. I've seen him working up close in some of the most difficult and challenging circumstances this country has faced in peacetime. And I know that he's got the character, he's got the experience, and he's got the plan to get us through. And then to go on and win a general election.
I am prepared to give everything I have in service to our nation.
Except for my wife's tax money. You guys let me know what you think about that situation.
To restore trust, rebuild our economy, and reunite the country. I want to have a grown-up conversation where I can tell you the truth. A better future is not given, it is earned. That is why I am standing to be the next leader of the Conservative Party and your Prime Minister.
Rishi Sunak is fighting an uphill battle, and it is too early to know if the doors of number 10 will open for the first ever British Indian Prime Minister in the United Kingdom. But one thing is for sure, that Rishi Sunak has definitely changed the political landscape here in Britain. And as he told me earlier, this is not the end of the British Indian story, but perhaps only the beginning. This is Ruhi Khan in London for Mojo Story.
All right, guys, I know a little bit more about the Prime Minister. I want to know what you guys think about him. Is he good for the United Kingdom or not? Is he for the people or is he for big money? That it doesn't look good that he's shying away from taking responsibility of his wife not paying taxes, especially when they're worth that much money. But anyway, if you're interested and able to donate to the channel, I'll leave some links down below for you to do that. All right, guys, I'll see you next time. Peace.